Everything we have covered in this series comes down to one question. What are you going to do differently starting today? Not next Monday, not after the holidays, not when motivation finally arrives. Today, because motivation is not coming. And if you have been waiting for it, that wait is the first habit you need to break. This final video is not theory. It is a 7-day plan built from the principles we have covered in this series. No willpower required. No life overhaul. Just 1 week of deliberate, small, compounding actions that will do more for your long-term habits than any resolution you have ever made. Day 1 is an audit, not of what you want to change, but of what is already running automatically. Sit down for 15 minutes and map 3 current automatic behaviors using the loop from episode 2. Cue, craving, response, reward. Pick one bad loop to disrupt and one good behavior to make automatic. Write both down specifically. You cannot redesign a system you have never honestly examined. Day 2 is environment design. This is the highest leverage action of the week and requires zero willpower because you do it once and it keeps working. Find the cue of the bad loop and make it invisible. Move the phone out of the bedroom. Put the snacks somewhere genuinely inconvenient. Delete the app from your home screen so it requires real effort to access. Then make the good behavior unavoidable. Put the book on your pillow so you see it before you sleep. Set the running shoes by the front door the night before so they are the first thing you encounter in the morning. Leave the water bottle on your desk where your eyes land naturally. You are not relying on willpower or memory. You are engineering the default, so the path of least resistance points exactly where you have already decided to go. Day 3 is the 2-minute start. Whatever the good habit is, your only job today is to begin and do 2 minutes. Not the full workout. Not the whole chapter. 2 minutes and that is enough. The goal is not output. The goal is to prove to your brain that starting is not the mountain it has been convincing you it is for weeks or months. Because starting is the only part that genuinely requires a decision. Everything after is almost always automatic once the loop begins moving. Day 4 is immediate reward. Attach something genuinely enjoyable to the moment you complete the habit, not a future promise. Something real, specific, and immediate. A playlist you only listen to during that habit. A coffee you only make after the morning routine ends. A short walk outside you only take immediately after the writing session. The reward must happen at the moment of completion so your brain begins associating showing up with feeling something good, rather than associating it with the daily grind of self-discipline most people cannot sustain. Day 5 is the never miss twice contract. Write this somewhere. You will see it every day this week. I will never miss twice. 1 miss is an accident I release without a story. 2 consecutive misses is a choice I am making, and I will treat it as the start of a bad habit. This is not about perfection. It is a decision made in advance. So when the spiral tries to begin after a missed day, you have already answered it before the damaging narrative establishes itself and takes hold. Day 6 is your identity audit. Look at the week honestly. Are the habits I am building consistent with who I have decided to become? Return to the identity from episode 3. The kind of person who would naturally produce these outcomes as a byproduct of who they are. Count how many votes you cast for that person this week. Not perfect days, just votes. Because votes compound quietly across months and years, and perfect days are a standard that destroys more habits than it builds. Day 7 is the system review, not a celebration. A 15-minute honest assessment of what worked, what did not, and what one environmental change would make next week easier than this one. The question is never did I succeed this week. It is what did I learn about how my system actually operates that I did not know 7 days ago. That weekly review done honestly is the habit underneath all other habits. It separates people who build lasting change from people who have been planning to begin properly next Monday for years without ever quite getting there. The next series starts next week. We move into a book about something the self-help industry has been getting comprehensively wrong for decades. The idea that feeling good is the goal, that positivity is the path, that wanting more, caring more, trying harder is always the answer. It is not. And the case against it is more persuasive than almost anything in the personal development space right now. Subscribe so you do not miss it. The first video opens with a claim that is going to contradict most of what you have ever been told about how to build a good life.